Hello and welcome to this teaching on how to use the Healy Coaching analysis. My name is Rochelle Daigle and I'm already a certified coach. I've been coaching for quite a few years as well. I teach coaching internationally. So I was very curious when I found out about Healy and that it also had a coaching section to it. So I was very enthusiastic about discovering it. And when I deal with clients, I like to kind of get a little organized. And I have this concept of creating a nice flow of before, during, and after of how to make things work so that the client has a good client experience, but also that I'm well organized. And I'd like to share it with you of how I do the setup with Healy. So, one thing that I do, and I work always virtually, is that I send the invitation to for the meeting to the client a few days before. In the invitation, I ask the client what the topic will be for them. It gets them thinking. And I also give them a challenge to formulate a first short statement, affirmation of what the manifestation of this thing would be for them. So having this prepared a little bit before time saves time during the session. I also send the invitation to myself so that I can receive it on my cell phone. This way I can connect first via computer, but also with my cell phone, because it's through my cell phone that I'm going to project the Healy interface to the client. Now, it's highly recommended to practice this technical gymnastics beforehand so that you feel confident and the process executes with ease, because you've got different computers, different platforms, and different cell phones. So there's all sorts of little things that you need to figure out for yourself. The day of the session, make sure that both your Healy and your cell phone are fully charged. It's not the time to kind of get a kind of like, oops, I forgot. Create the profile of your client beforehand with at least the information that you know. You can go finish the rest during the call. You can go find a picture on Facebook or on the internet of your client. So again, this saves time. 5 minutes before the session, turn on your computer, add the platform that you're going to be using for your virtual session, Zoom, Google Teams. I'm currently using Teams. And now also with your phone, you're going to join the call. So I've got that set up. So let me go to my calendar and I'm going to go join the call. There we go. So you should see my phone connect, and there it is. So request to connect. So now the next thing to do is to turn off your speaker, but also the microphone. So both things. So you don't have any echo or dual, you don't have anything. So that is great that way. So now everything is set up, and I'm also going to open up the blue dot for my coaching analysis. So before the client arrives into the virtual room, you've got the two participants, you on your computer and you on your phone, and everything is set. So now I'm going to text my client and let her know that I'm ready to receive her. And it's just so much better to kind of have things all calm and set up rather than be in frenzy when the client arrives. So this setup is really important, both for yourself to be calm, but also for the client experience. And that makes a difference to be able to welcome your client in the setting that you would want to. So it should be coming on. And there she is. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Huguette. Thank you so much for doing this demo with me. I really appreciate it. So for those of you who are listening, I want to introduce to you Huguette. Huguette is my sister and my best friend, and she was the first person that I signed up with Healy. She has fast become a enthusiastic about not just about her health, but about exploring this business. So you get just in your first month, you kind of moved up in the ranks quite a bit. So what rank did you achieve in your first month?
Well, it's been not my first month, 2 months.
Okay.
Senior director, and it's
Okay.
all about helping others. You know,
Yeah.
that's my focus.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. Okay, good. So what we're doing today is just kind of showing a bit of the logistics about how to do a coaching call. And we're not going to do specifically a coaching. We're just going to set up the framework. So just thank you so much for helping me do this demo. So at this point, you would explain to the client a bit about Healy and the quantum coaching. You're not here to try to sell the Healy. You're not here to talk about all the health benefits about it. You're here to do a coaching session. So stay focused on that. And if you want to talk about the Healy, you can do that at another time. So at this point, I would open up the client file and see if there's any missing information. But because I've done this with Huguette a few times, I know that that all the information is good. So what I'd like to do now is to do that first basic vibration, which is part of the client profile. And because we're working in quantum energy, this works remotely because in the quantum energy, there's no time or distance. So I've done this with people in southern US. I've done it in people with in Europe, so it works beautifully. So what I want to do is to record the first vibration, and what the interface asks me to do is to give the Healy in the right hand of the person. But we can't do that, but because of quantum physics, we can. So I would ask you to open up your right hand and imagine that you're receiving the Healy and putting it in your hand. So that way, I'm also on my end going to imagine that I've given it to you. And that's the beauty of how it works. So now we're doing this first vibration, and it's capturing the fabulous person that you are. Okay, good. And that's done. I'm going to save that vibration and now what I want to do is to go into the call, and I'm going to share my screen. See how that works. Okay, so that's coming on. That's my call. So here, do you see the Healy interface you get?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. All right, so this is where we're going to start the coaching analysis, and I'll get to show you. So I'm going to go look for Huguette, and there she is. I'm going to reconnect with the Healy. All right. So Huguette, what topic have you do you want to work on today?
Today I want to work on one of my limiting beliefs, and
Yeah.
it's a belief that is in my subconscious because I'm a very positive person. I verbally mention, my intentions daily, but I'm discovering that there's a little hamster in my head that keeps on saying, oh, you've got abundance, but it doesn't last. You can't make it in the business, that kind of stuff.
Mm,
So I want to go below what I think I'm vibrating,
yeah.
okay, and go
Mm,
underneath the subconscious and really sort of debug what's happening there.
okay. Great. So, so you want to talk about abundance. That's great. And if you, so you kind of mentioned two things, your belief about abundance. So if, and abundance itself. So do you want to clear up your mindset about abundance, or you just want to be open to abundance? Like it's,
I want to
which
be
one
open
resonates for
to
you?
it so that I'm somewhere along the way, I'm not blocking it.
Okay, so you receive openly abundance.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to make, I want to highlight something. I tend to write things down as I speak to my client before I type it into the Healy, so I'm not kind of correcting and stuff. So I write it down on paper, and once we've got the focus confirmed, then I'll put it into the Healy. So you get, if you were to write one positive short affirmation of what it would be like if you had the right mindset about abundance, what what would that sentence be?
Well, I want something that will be continual so
Okay.
that I don't even think about the it doesn't last. So
Okay.
I continually attract um, new clients. Um, I, cre- I create a relationship that's ongoing. It's an ongoing flow, so that it's not limited. Um,
Okay. So uh, I'm going to put the two sentences together, these two ideas, because you said you'll continuously attract new client, and I create an ongoing flow. So I'm going to kind of mix them together for you, and then we can tweak it together. All right.
okay.
So I create an ongoing flow of new clients to my Healy business.
Yes.
What would you want to tweak from there? Is there something that's missing? I create an ongoing flow of new clients to my Healy business.
I attract and create.
I attract and create an
An
ongoing
ongoing
flow of new
flow.
clients to my Healy
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
Does that sound like what you want?
Yeah. I don't know if we have to be specific. They don't just come and look, they buy and use the
Okay.
product.
Um,
That,
of loyal, or
oh, yeah, I like that.
the sense of loyalty that they're staying.
Yeah.
Okay, of you,
So I
uh,
attract, create. Um,
loyal clients to my
yeah.
Healy business.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So at this point, I'm going to write that in, so you can see, for those of you listening, how it's kind of it's part of the process to kind of fine tune that sentence. And that's why I like to write it on paper before I put it into the Healy, because like I'd be going back and forth and erasing. Um, and it's fun also to, I help my clients suggest, but I do not impose it. As much as possible, you want the client to kind of say the sentence, because it needs to come from them. It needs to be authentic to them. So you can guide them, but don't overtake them. So I'm going to write this in for you, you get. So I and create an ongoing.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thanks. You can watch me as I go.
Well, it auto-corrected,
No.
so that was nice.
A new going law of uh, new and loyal clients to my Healy. Yes. Okay. I attract and create ongoing flow of new and loyal clients to my Healy business. Does that sound like what you want?
Yeah, that resonates with me.
Okay, good. So the next thing we want to do is to choose the database. And there's 10 categories. And we want to choose the categories that would resonate more with you with regards to your goal that you just, this focus. And it's interesting, like the same sentence, people could choose different categories. So don't assume as the coach that you know which category. Just let the client decide where and how they want to build this and which one would be right for them. So we've got career, emotional balance, family relationships, finances, goals, personal relationships, potentials, self-worth, social relationships, and spirituality. I'd like you to choose about 6. And it could be like you got 6 and you could do 1 per category, or you could have, if one category really resonates with you and say like, this is really where it's going to be, we can choose 2 or 3 entries. Here we're choosing the amount of entries we're going to get.
Okay, so
And
so career.
All right.
Scroll down. Family, finance.
Okay.
Goals.
And if there's a category where you'd rather have 2 than 1, we can change that.
Personal relationship, 2 of those.
2.
Potential. Yeah, it's knowing that the potential is all in me.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Do we have too many?
Non, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6, so that's a good start for the sense of this demo. This is great. So I'm gonna go done. Save it. All right. So here we've got everything is set up, and this is where we would do the analysis. So I'm going to start that, and it's going to capture your fabulous vibration of where you are right now in relation to this topic. And there we go. We've got what the Healy has found for you. And what's neat about this is that the affirmation that that you you chose, it's important for one main reason, is that when we do this with our clients, it helps them focus and articulate what they want, because that's really a challenge sometimes. We know what we don't want, but it's hard to articulate it in a positive short sentence of what we do want. So already we're doing a bit of a mind shift in able to articulate that. And then the Healy, well, it does its own work, because the Healy, because we work with quantum field, it doesn't speak English, or whatever language that you may be using. It's this energy. So when we vibrate this, it's vibrating the client's energy with regards to this sentence and who they are in the current time. So when we get the results, you'll notice that it says desired state for each of the entries. So it shows the gap between where they are and the desired state. So this is where the work is going to happen as you're going to work through each of these affirmations. Now, because I don't want to do specifically a coaching, I'll do that in another video. This is, you go through it, and 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 now you can. One thing I always do in coaching is ask my client for a commitment to action, because people aren't just here for curiosity or to receive a vibration and be passive about it. You want your clients to take responsibility and control. So at this point, I would ask my client, what did they learn? What stood out for them? And also, based on what they learned, what specific action will they take to help them bridge the gap, and when will they do it? So make that makes it a bit more concrete. Now, I would ask my client if they want to receive the vibration. So I don't take it for granted that they would want it. So I would ask. So you get, would you like to receive the quantum vibration of what would it be to fully manifest this attracting and create ongoing flow and new loyal clients to your Healy business? Would you like to
Yes,
receive that? Yes.
absolutely. Yes.
So I would, through the Healy, have it vibrate to them. And while the Healy is doing this, like, we want to help people, and it's really important as the coach that you stay neutral about how it should happen, this outcome. And one of the ways that I do that is for the client. On the client part, I ask them to just put their hand on their heart and be anchored and be open to receive this. So just be in this nice, beautiful place. And for me as the coach, I'm reminded to stay neutral and not to kind of impose my thoughts and my wishes for my clients. And so by doing that, I just say, while it's vibrating this energy, that I wish that things happen in the highest and best way for the client. So that remains neutral, because we might have some hardships to go through to reach the objectives. We can't skip that part. So stay neutral as you serve in this part. So at this point, I'm kind of finished with the cell part, so I can kind of close that off. And thanks, you get. So at this point in a call, I would ask if the client wants to share some feedback. Also, I'm going to send you a report on the things that came out from the Healy, so you'll have that for reference. And I like to ask for some feedback at the end of the call. One, because I'm curious. I want to also improve how the client experience, but also how I serve them. And so this is a great step and a great habit to have. So again, I want to thank you for the helping me with this doing this demo teaching. I really appreciate you, and I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye bye. So the after part is to send the report to the client, and you can also, a few days later, follow up and give them a call. Maybe they'd like to have some more coaching sessions, some paid coaching sessions, because you can charge for this. It might be a time to set up a meeting so you can talk about different holistic and health benefits of them having their own Healy. So there's different reasons why you want to do a follow-up, and maybe they want to join your team. So I hope that this demo has helped you out to kind of get your head around all the little logistics that need to happen and the flow, so you can create a great client experience, but also for you as the person who's going to manage all of this, that you can do it in a very calm, polished, and professional way. So I thank you very much for your time, and I'll be creating some new coaching videos for the Healy. So until next time, my name is Rochelle, and I look forward to connecting with you. Oh, the sheet, I've created kind of a cheat sheet around my process. If you want to have the sheet, just respond to this video with your email and I will send it to you. Bye.